Setting up a Shopify store, you first have to decide on the level of account you want. The first choice you will be offered is between Shopify and Shopify Plus. Shopify is for businesses that are just starting off up to medium-sized businesses, doing tens or perhaps hundreds of orders a day. Shopify Plus is for so-called enterprise clients. So these could be major retail businesses with perhaps an offline presence that may be selling thousands of orders every day. The pricing of Shopify Plus and the features are bespoke to each customer, so we won't discuss it here. There are 3 different levels of the ordinary Shopify tier: Basic Shopify, Shopify, or Advanced Shopify. All 3 offer the same basic functionality, but there are important differences between them. One of the most important differences is the amount of money you will pay for your fees on credit cards. It ranges from 2.2% plus 20 pence for the basic Shopify down to 1.6 and 20 pence for the advanced Shopify. Based on the savings you get from the credit cards, you would need to be doing $20,000 a month in order to make it worthwhile you moving up to the Shopify tier, and $50,000 a month to make it worthwhile going to the advanced tier. Bear in mind it can always upgrade later. Other important differences between the 3 tiers include the number of staff accounts, so this is the number of logins you will get to access the account. The number of inventory locations, so if for example you have more than one location, so you have a shop and you have a warehouse and you maybe have a second warehouse, you can have 4 locations on the cheapest tier and 8 on the most expensive tier. Advanced and Shopify will give a high level of report, which will give you more insight into your sales. Only the advanced Shopify will allow you to use third-party apps to calculate shipping rates. So if you have, for example, you want to set a shipping rate by a category, or if you want to set a shipping rate based on a particular product, then you can only do that via the advanced Shopify tier. We've already discussed the credit card rates, but these differ by about 0.5% between the most expensive and the cheapest tier. The transaction fee, if you're not using Shopify payments, these top 2 here are for Shopify payments, but if you don't use Shopify payments, it's 2% if you're using the basic Shopify tier, but only 0.5% if you're using advanced. So if you want to use your own payment gateway, so for example, if you want to use Stripe, it'll make a big difference what tier you use. The final difference is how well Shopify will allow you to sell internationally. On all the Shopify plans, you can sell in 133 countries and sell in multiple languages. However, only on the top 2 tiers, you can set different domains for different international zones. So for example, on the basic one, you could only have 1 domain across the world. But if you use the Shopify or advanced plan, you could have, for example, hellobabydirect.fr for France, hellobabydirect.de for Germany. On the basic tier, you have to use the same pricing for all products in different regions. It will just convert the product using a currency conversion rate. If you have Shopify or Advanced, you can change the price by a percentage up and down. If you use Shopify Advanced, you can set individual product prices, which it's calling her per variant pricing.